It is a very good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Melbourne Sports and Aquatic Centre for this, the new era that is NBL1. My name is Daniel Hill and I'm joined today in commentary by Lockie Abbott. Lockie, the first game, the women's game. How'd it go? What was the final score for an update? Anyone just joining us?
Yes, Bendigo Braves got up by 16 points, I believe, at the end. Very confident display on them by them. Tigers a little bit disjointed on offense, but the guys, the men will be looking to turn that around here today. Yeah,
of course, the Braves last season in the Siebel, which is no longer. Very, very good and very strong in the women's competition, taking out the title. We're just getting through some of the particulars, and we'll be underway in less than a minute. So, of course, the new NBL1, this is the first round of the season. We've had a lot of other games played in the league. I had a look on Friday night. And we had Nunawading comfortable winners over the Supercats down in Geelong in what was the feature game for coverage on NBL1.com.au.
The Melbourne Tigers would like you to be aware you can sign up to the very special Lindsay Gaze Club in honour of the great man himself, Basketball Hall of Famer Lindsay Gaze. You get entry to all Tigers NBL1 games for 2019. You get yourself a very special Lindsay Gaze medallion, as well as a host of other benefits. Check out the front door, they'll sign you up, no problem. That's the Lindsay Gaze Club. We do welcome you gazers to the Tiger Den for 2019.
So starting five for the Braves looks like Turner, the big forward, Rayner, Hogan, Andronicus the captain, and also Lloyd. So of course it's a light Braves side with no Jeremy Kendall in the side to start the season. Not sure on his status. Of course he played for the Bullets in the NBL in the season just gone. And the starting five for the Tigers. Looks like we've got Dejan Costa, Nick Pozoglu, Max Vitala, Mickey Luxford, who's going by the name of Mickey, for those of you at home, I'm not making that up, and Dane Pinot. So the tip will see Costa go against Andronicus. We'll have the Tigers going to the right of your screen and the Braves to the left. And we are underway. Costa the tip, and the Tigers recover it. Pozoglu will bring it up. High screen for him. Kicking it wide now, Mickey Luxford with his first touchback in NBL1, returning from the Geelong Cats. And there's two for Vitala from the top of the lane.
Nice start there for Vitala. The girls Tigers were off to a bit of a slower start against the Braves, and that cost them in the end, so they'll be looking to get underway well here.
Little steal here, taken away by Luxford, drives to the bucket, and it's 4-zip early to the Tigers. Slow start here for the Braves. Hogan wide to Andronicus. Inside now to Turner, look to go to work. He's doubled. Under pressure. Dish to Andronicus at the foul line. Hogan to the corner.
Well shut off there.
Shot clock to 6. Hogan forced to fire. That's a 2. And we'll count it. Oh, they've counted that as a 3. Yeah. Foot was on the line for mine.
Yeah, looked a little close on that one, but count the 3 points. We'll go the other way now.
Take what you can.
Yeah.
Good seal inside, down deep. Couldn't get it to go. Was Costa. Now the Braves in transition. Hogan looks to fire. Dishes to Lloyd. Turner underneath. The reverse.
Oh, great finish there from Turner. Looking to get some easy buckets inside early to set the flow of the game up for the Braves.
1 point lead to the Braves after a slow start. Luxford down low to Pozoglu, fires and count it over Hogan.
Pozoglu, of course, spending his NBL days with the Illawarra Hawks up there in New South Wales.
Hogan inside to Turner, look to go to work, good hands, good quick hands inside, taken away by Pinot. Gets it forward to Luxford, and good teamwork back to Pozoglu for the jam.
Oh, they're running and gunning early in the first here. Bad signs for the Braves.
Let's go Tigers defense! Let me hear you, defense!
Hogan around the pick, looks to get deep inside. Little lob to Andronicus, couldn't come up with it. Turnover for Costa. Drive from Pozzoglu. Wide to Luxford, gets inside. Could have got away with a bit of stepping there, but turned it over anyway. Rain under some pressure. Hogan from deep, short. Good rebound, Pozzoglu. Ooh, bad pass, errant. Long ball through the hands of Pino. Turnover.
Yeah, Dane Pino there, almost getting on the end of that one. He'll be a big presence throughout this Tigers season, you would think, after spending a bit of time up in Sydney. And filled in for Andrew Bogut at a bit of an award ceremony a couple of weeks back, I think I remember rightly.
It's taking the P1SS. That's what we call that one. Lloyd from the left wing. Turn of the board, big off board. Drives on Pino. Chucks it up, can't come up with anything. Good little rebound, Luxford. He's on the run. Game played at a frenetic pace so far to start the season. A little drive inside, foul call. Pozzoglu will go to the line for 2.
Yeah, both teams looking to get inside early. Really just trying to get some easy shots to start their NBL1 campaigns.
Puts Nick Pozzoglu on the line for his first free throws of the season. 2 shots to come. Everyone get your hands up.
Pozzoglu nets the first one.
We'll see those hands, everybody.
He's got the off-coloured shoes, one white and one black.
Oh,
Lockie.
yeah, no, he's
Interesting look.
yeah, no, well, I reckon he's pulling it off if he plays well, but
You'd want to score 20, looking like that.
Yeah.
Luxford from straight away, can't come up with it. Of course, the Tigers got the offensive board from the missed free throw. Rayner dumps it underneath. It's Lloyd to Rayner. Ooh, not happy, the Tigers bench, with that call.
Yep, Pino, I think, thought he got all of that one, but we'll go to the line here for 2 free throws.
Defensive foul on number 22, Dane Pino. Got Mr. Rayner on the line.
Rayner for 2.
2 shots on the line, Tanner Rayner.
Got a couple of lefties in the side. I think Bendigo is one of them. Rayner.
Big fan of the lefties. There's only about 30% of us in the world, so
I think it's less than 10, Lock.
Oh, you reckon?
Less than 10.
Jeez.
Second one's good, walking to the line.
Bartlett checks in.
For the away team. It's number 2, Matthew Bartlett.
Luxford to bring it up. Bartlett's just come into the game guarding him. Costa inside to Pino. Little hook around the corner. Doesn't go. Braves ball.
Yeah, nice few early offensive sets there from the Tigers. Both teams looking to move the ball quickly on offense, trying to get everyone a touch and get them into this new season.
Bartlett gets to the rack. Hogan shapes for the 3. Turner at the elbow. Double teamed. Shoots the fadeaway. All man.
Tough shot there, 2 on him as well.
Oh, a little quick turnover. Bit lazy here from the Tigers. Hogan, easy one to the bucket. Can't get it to roll. Couldn't finish. Pino says, well, if the young blokes can't bring it up, the little blokes, I'll go myself all the way to the rack.
Almost got that one to fall as well, Pino. He's a bit impressive early.
Handled it well there, didn't he? Just to come up to halfway and take a bit of pressure off, spin and get in motion and gets to the line.
Yeah, the big fella, standing at 208 centimetres.
Doesn't really look it, does he?
No, he's a lanky frame at least, you'd say. I mean, I'm not one to...
He looks athletic though. He has that.
Yes, yeah, he's definitely got that going for him.
Just doesn't. Some of the 208 tend to plot around. He's got that athleticism about him. Makes both. Of course, in this league, 208. There's not many that stand that tall. Ball in deep again for Turner. They're looking to double the Tigers on every possession. Andronicus underneath. Got that sorted out. Speaking of 208, the big fella Matty Andronicus stands at 208. Yeah. He's less of an athletic frame, to be kind.
Nah, a spiritual leader of this team. Captain, I believe, of the Braves. And a presence inside, nonetheless.
Vitala comes up short. Turner on the bust. Knocked away from him. Good hands in there from Potsoglu. Break it up.
Number 4, Bendigo Hickey. And number 11, Dan Kingella.
Substitutions. You would have heard the two for the Tigers. For the Braves, Hogan coming out and Andronicus. And checking in, I think it might have been Dan Hansen, who's down on the baseline, the three-point king. He's got the pill now. Loves to let it fly from beyond the arc. And Cowling also into the game, who just came up with their number 12 for the Braves. Lloyd around a pick, gets it in deep. Cowling, another one of those left-handers for the Braves. Tip, couldn't come up with it, was Hansen, and now the Tigers on the break. Transition, Luxford gets in deep to the bucket. Umpire says, referee, sorry, says blocking foul inside the circle before the shot. Baseline ball for the Tigers.
Even start for both teams. Just a point in at the minute, but both trying to get into the flow of their offenses early in the season. Tigers, for mine, have looked a little bit more dangerous on that end of the floor, but Braves still hanging around.
But Soglu in deep, copped a push. And the Zebras are happy to send him to the line. Of course, that's my reference to the referees. The Zebras.
Yes, they've been looking to get switched on early on, the refs. They've a new season for them as well, of course. So
they've done away with the oranges and greens of the past and back to the black and white. It looks fantastic.
Yeah.
So that's the 4th team foul for the Braves. So now the Tigers will be in the penalty. Could make the first. Now it's the second.
He's looked good so far, Potsoglu. Settling into this new team of Tigers quite nicely for mine.
Turner in deep again. They looked at double. Pino might have got a hand to it. Ref says Tigers ball. They lead by 2, 4 minutes remaining in the first term.
Yes, they've looked to feed Turner down though in the block, low in the block there. The Braves have. He's had to draw a double team and work with that, but he's going all right so far.
But Soglu again in deep. Can't come up with it. Late call. Might go against the Tigers here. Against Pino on the rebound.
Yeah. Called for a push there, Dave Pino.
For the first time today, here comes Derek McDonald.
Yeah. Born in New York, of course, Derek. Combo guard that says that his favourite food is a Sunday roast. There you go. So a big fan of the old bit of chicken.
35 years of age is Derek McDonald. Similar name to a former legend Melbourne Tiger, of course. Stripped inside and coming back with it though, Hansen regathers, fires the triple.
Oh, he likes his 3-ball, this man.
Loves it. Sort of faked the pass and realised it was late in the clock and decided, well, my time has come.
Yeah.
Braves by 1. Bad pass there from Costa. They had the swing. And he just sort of lollipopped it across to Will Hickey, who was forced to go to the rack. Did enough to get to the line.
Yeah, Davo Hickey there. Taking it to the rack and drawing the contact. Braves coming right back into this one. They've looked good the last few trips down the floor.
Will Hickey at the line. Leaves it well short.
I think we need some more hands here. We need some more hands, more love. One shot to come.
Be on sneaker watch today, Locke. Dan Hansen, I think, is running with the different shoes as well.
A little bit of a pink trail at the base of those and purple on the other side I see as well. So Yeah, a bit of a nice
new season,
number.
new kicks.
Yeah, no, look pretty fresh as well. If he keeps shooting like he started out this game, he'll be wearing them for a while, I'd reckon.
McDonald picks it, and then new to these surroundings, the sideline is a long way away from the bench, and he's run out of bounds. You don't see too many rookie errors from a 35-year-old, but it's a new building.
No. Yes, absolute veteran, this man. Previous history in the NBL, as well as the old Siebel.
Turner, left block, looking to get to the bucket. Elevates, can't get it to go. McDonald, transition for the Tigers. Kicks it to Hickey, looks to fire. Turner possibly called for the foul, and he's shooting free throws.
Bit unsure of the call there, Turner. Had a little chat to referee, but I think it was there. Looks like Costa got a little knock in the head, trying to secure that last rebound as well, but he looks more than ready to continue his play.
That's it. He loves the love. Let's get the hands up. That's 2 for 2. Whoosh.
Knocks it down.
2 points.
Free throw shooting hasn't been fantastic from both sides to start this game.
No, just Bendigo at 50%, although they've only had two attempts at it. And Melbourne Tigers travelling at 62% from the line.
Not a terrific start on your home floor. Transition for the Tigers. Looks like the Braves into a bit of 2-3 zone. Doesn't help them in transition there.
Positively right to the rim there. He's looked good so far with 8 points.
Dan Hansen, the right side. Bartlett around the pick. Andronicus from straight away. And one.
Oh. Off the glass as well, that one.
Don't think he called it. Of course, one of the unwritten rules, but very much coming into vogue in the last 2 or 3 seasons all around the world of basketball. You must let the shooter land.
Ah, yes.
It's always been a rule, but they're just, whenever the NBA highlights something.
Oh, yeah, everyone picks up, eh?
everyone, it seems to be the, it's the James Harden rule, basically.
Yep, I think we got Zaza Pachulia to thank for that one. A couple of seasons back, folks, you might remember that incident.
Just over 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Let's go Tigers!
Got underneath. Was it Clay Thompson? I can't remember who it was. He got underneath
Kawhi
someone.
Leonard, I remember. Spurs were up by about 20.
Was it Kawhi, was it? And he did his ankle. Missed the next few games.
Yeah, out for the series. What was going to be, it was going to be a 15-point Spurs win, turned into a loss for those San Antonio guys.
Jump ball, getting on the floor. Good to see the boys getting on the floor early in the season.
Yeah, a bit of hustle doesn't hurt anybody.
So it is the Tigers still by 1. 1:45 remaining in quarter number 1. NBL1 round 1. The Braves and the Tigers from MSAC. Andronicus spins baseline. Count it for 2.
Beautiful move there.
And the Braves bench is very happy with that. Hickey fires away for 3. Count that one. Straight back at ya.
Davo Hickey there. Nice shooting stroke from the wing.
Davo Hickey in front of the NBL1 sign. He's hitting up for the first quarter.
It's the 4th team foul on the Tigers. Picked up by Tanner Rayner. Hansen, very close to the backcourt, gets away with it.
Yeah, forcing a tough catch there, Davo Hickey.
Shot clock to single numbers. Hogan goes himself inside. Cowling's been there a while. And one. Pitched a 10 in there. And we'll get the bucket.
The Bendigo Braves bench loves that one. Getting some nice inside points here early, the Braves. Really taking it right to the teeth of this Tigers defense.
Let him know how much you love him. I can't hear you.
Cowling. to take the lead for the Braves. I don't think they might have had the lead at 12-13. Now have it again at 20-21, or 21-20, I should say. The Braves with a narrow lead as we get into the closing stages of the first quarter. A bit of full court pressure, half court pressure from the Braves.
Yeah, Dyson Daniels, that is number 11, getting in the face of the Tigers' backcourt.
2-3 zone again from the Braves. Good hands from Daniels. Gets the takeaway. Hansen back to Daniels.
Oh.
Little takeaway by McDonald. Almost went through Gav down there at the announcer's table.
Yeah, no, he saw that pass coming a long way out, did Derek McDonald. Couldn't quite snag it for the Tigers.
Turner, little baseline jumper every day of the week.
Tigers, 40 seconds to go.
McDonald for 3. Draws iron, and Andronicus the board. McDonald fired away, looking for the 2-for-1, but Hansen and now Hogan go for a little bit of a 2-for-1 of his own. Nets the triple. The shot clock will be off for this possession.
Let's go Tigers! I can't hear you, Tiger fans. Let me hear your voice. I can't hear you.
Luxford clears it out. Gets the pick from Costa. Drives the lane, dishes to the corner. Could have been a travel.
Couple of steps there,
Braves bench was up. Little hop, skip and a jump. Got away with it, start of the season.
No, everyone's getting used to this.
Jack Bynes, that was a good little start.
Yes.
Hansen for 3, looks long. Can't come up with it. Handy little break there for the Braves. They lead by 6. They trail for most of that first quarter. Couple of late triples, Lockie, and they find themselves in front.
Yeah, no, they got right back into it late in the piece there. 6-point lead going into the first interval. Both teams starting to find their feet early on in this NBL1 season.
T-shirts and some other things inside the Melbourne Tigers game day. Welcome back to the court, ladies and gentlemen, your very own Melbourne Tigers. We're down by 6 points. We need the crowd to get involved here. Get us back to parity at
Welcome back for the second quarter, everyone.
If everyone here,
Those of you watching on the live stream, NBL1.com or through the YouTube channel. If you're just joining us, it is 26 playing 20. The visiting side, the Braves, holding sway in the first quarter. Both sides shooting quite well, Lockie, in that first term.
Yes, absolutely. 50% there from Bendigo, 10 from 20 from the field. Especially from 3 as well. They're 3 of 6, led behind Hansen's distance shooting.
A lob over the top from Pino. Pozzoglu couldn't make it work. The Zebras will confer. They decide it's a Tiger ball. Done a good job so far, the referees. As you said, Lockie, it's everyone's first game.
Yeah. No, they've looked all right. Just everyone's still getting the feel of this brand new league, actually, as it turns out. Born out of the Seabull, among other things.
Shot clock expires as Pino fires away. Turner the board. Had a chance to create the transition, decided to slow it up. Hogan, left side. Turner down low. Goes to work on Pino. Loves that baseline position, Turner. Doubled. Kick to Hansen. Will fire for three. Love it.
That's a man you want to find from distance out of a double team.
Automatic.
Oh, yeah. Great skip pass there from Turner.
Margin 9. A little dangerous here for the Tigers. Pino in deep. Goes left. Lovely finish.
Yeah, great position there from Pino. You're going to get that close to the rim, he's going to finish.
Hogan again, left side. Little back pick for Turner. Lob, and wasn't looking.
Yeah, Turner thought he was fouled there by Costa, but nothing doing, says the referee.
Lost a little hold.
Yeah.
Hansen to the bench. Coming back in. Looks like it might be, it's Jake Lloyd checking back into the game for the Braves. So both Lloyd and Daniels in the game. But Zoglu, around a couple of high picks from straight away for three. Couldn't come up with it. Costa, underarm, top of the backboard. Pino the board. Second chance points here for the Tigers. Luxford around the pick. Pino for three. No good. Hogan lets it run out of court.
Yeah, that possession generated by the offensive board work of Costa there. He's leading outcomers with three. Tied with Andronicus of the Braves, who has scored 10 points himself. So a good start for the big man.
Daniels to the bucket. Might have been fouled on the drive. And was, the referee says, it's a block on Luxford. Shoot two.
Yeah, Costa came over the top there and made a nice play, but unfortunately it was held up there by man out of Geelong, Luxford.
Assist count so far. Well, so I think Bendigo have been moving the ball a little better. Is that reflected in the stats?
Yes, they have double the amount of the assists, 6 to 3 in favour of the Braves. Ray Turner as well, passing out of those double teams on the block, has 3 assists, followed closely by Bartlett and Lloyd.
A little bit of token pressure here from the Braves. Luxford handling. Hassled by Daniels. Pino the right side. Low to Luxford, wants to go baseline. That's for two from Costa. Andronicus using his head to rebound in more ways than one.
He's a smart man, that Andronicus, I tell you, using his head there.
Hogan from deep, loves it from there. He's found the range. Timeout Tigers. It's the only response that you can come up with there is the tide has well and truly turned on the Tigers. They started strongly and now a 15-3 run, and they find themselves really, really struggling. Down 11. There's still 7.5 to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, it's been great stuff from the Braves recently in this second period. They are shooting better from the field. 4 of 7 from deep as well. Going at 57% at the timeout now.
They specialize in high-quality dental products at competitive prices. Check them out online at matrixdental.com.au. And of course, our very good friends over at Game Day Apparel. It's the one-stop shop for all your apparel needs. With over 15 years experience, Game Day Apparel services all industries, from sporting clubs to large corporate wear. Check them out at their website, gamedayapparel.com.au.
Team leaders, points. Pozzoglu with 8 for the Tigers. Hickey has 6. And for the Braves, there's a collection of 4 at the top of the board. Hogan with 9, Hansen and Turner with 6. And how can I miss Andronicus has the 7 points for the game. So sharing the load are the Braves.
Yes, I really think it's been Turner as well that's been key in passing out of those double teams he received on the low block.
Bit of 1-3-1 from the Braves to come out of this timeout.
Yeah.
Jump shot on the baseline, a little long there from Vitala.
Yeah, nice adjustment from Coach David Hogan on the defensive end.
Turner down deep. Had the arm on him, did Pinot. Count it and 1. In fact, it was Costa who was underneath.
Number 20, DJ Costa. That's his second personal foul for the quarter. Great Turner on the line for one more shot.
Shooting 4 of 6 at the minute from the line, the Bendigo Braves. Turner will look to make both of his count here.
Just the 1. Looks long. So one of my free throws, Lockie. A lot of iron.
Yes.
He's not a great free throw shooter, Turner.
No.
We're a 55% man, I think.
Yes, no, he does his best work in the post, that's for sure.
Tigers with a bit of ball movement. Costa from the baseline. That looks a little better. Bit deep, though. Andronicus the rebound. Daniels looking to go baseline. Little floater. Lovely.
Nice dribble penetration there from Daniels. He's looked good once he's come on in this second period.
Ooh, and Luxford. Just bounced like a footy on him there. And it's a turnover. So nothing going right for the Tigers in this second term. They are really, really struggling.
Yeah, they've turned it around here, the Braves. Very, very good performance on both ends of the floor thus far, you'd have to say. And it's ballooned out to a 37-22 lead.
Rayner's checked back into the game. Has it here on the left side for the Bendigo Braves. Turner. Little step back, Dirk Nowitzki style fadeaway.
Yeah, tough shot. That one almost got it to fall.
Turnover Hickey, thrown from Hogan into a leg of Podzoglu, and that really sums it up for the Tigers. Cannon's out of court.
Yeah, things just not clicking at the minute on the offensive end from Melbourne.
He's trying to force it there. Trying to force something in transition. And just for equal measure, the Braves are going to bring Dan Hansen back into the game. As I say that, turnover and not touched. It'll be a baseline ball to the Tigers.
Yeah. They'll have a chance here to get out of bounds play drawn up and really just start to get the momentum going back their way.
Just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
Yeah.
Davo Hickey underneath. Gets it back. Sporting the headband. Pinot, little step. Referee agrees. Travelling. And the Tigers want to talk it over once again. Nothing going their way. Some numbers for us there, Locke. The shooting, no doubt, has plummeted for the Tigers.
They have been struggling from the field, just going at 29%, 7 of 24. Three-point range is only 20% as well. They'll look to start going inside, though, to make those closer points count. But pretty much in any stat you want, really. Assists, blocks, turnovers, and field goal percentage is the way of the Braves. Just controlling the tempo a little bit on the offensive end might be a key feature of the talk being given right now by Coach Brad Pinot.
And of course, NBL1.com.au, every game streamed live this season. And of course, those highlights packages, those 10 to 12 minute highlights packages, you can check out every game at the touch of a button. They have been absolutely fantastic so far. Unfortunately, I think most of the highlights from the Friday night game were first half orientated because it was well and truly over. It was a bit of a blowout. The Spectres taking down the Supercats, but also there's a lot of other little highlights packages up from the other games around the league this weekend. And of course, this game will find its way into a highlights package also. And I think it'll feature Dan Hansen draining a couple of threes in this first half.
He's looked good so far. NBL YouTube channel, you can check those out on, and yeah, get around the new league. It's been good action over the weekend thus far.
Rayner handling for the Braves. Shot clock to single numbers. Ball up in the air. Luxford the turnover. Transition. Finishes. Well done.
Pushing the tempo there, Luxford. Great play.
Just needed to see the ball go through the hoop, and there it is. Tigers break a long drought. Rayner left side. Pulls up the dribble. Lloyd. Hassled by Dave O'Hickey. Driving in deep. Rayner turns it over. Tigers getting it going their way. A little bit here. Pozoglu to the bucket. Count it.
Couple of stops there for the Tigers. Get things going the other way in transition. A few easy buckets will get them back into this contest in no time.
And the little guys can't work it out and hand the ball to Big Turner to get the side organised. Andronicus in deep. Fights hard. And both referees on the far side are saying in the back of the head.
Yeah, Pinot not a huge fan of that call, but I think it was there.
It's on King Keller. Andronicus to the line. He's a very, very good free throw shooter. And speaking of kicks, Lockie, Andronicus going with something that is just very, very him. Just not too over the top.
Yeah. Bit of the green flare on the bottom there, I don't mind it. But yeah, he's a man that lets his basketball do the talking.
As soon as I say that, the commentators curse because he leaves that one short and finishes up with 1 of 2. Dave O'Hickey handling for the Tigers. And the pressure from Lloyd. Drives baseline, could have got a push. Pinot the rebound. Lovely little deep shot there from King Keller.
Yeah, nice baseline, Jay.
Hanson with the sneaky full court screen. Bartlett gets in deep. Throws it at the ankles of Turner. Bartlett's been in the key a while. Lloyd shake and bake in deep. Does nicely. Good finish.
Well, pulling up a bit lame there was Dave O'Hickey. Slow to get up and just holding at his left quad, I believe, or...
Get back to that one in a moment. He looks to be okay. Luxford from straight away. Hickey drives the lane. Dish inside to Pinot and could have been an and one. Take the 2.
Oh, he looks pretty all right now, Hickey. I reckon nice little drive and dish there.
This is the new tactic from Bendigo. It's the big fella. Just bring it up.
Yeah, they're running a lot of action through turnover minute. Turnover there.
Good hands from King Keller. Back the other way now. Dave O'Hickey for the Tigers to Pinot. Luxford left side. Been prolific early in this one. And illegal screen against Pinot, who's moving.
Yeah, coach not happy with that one of the Tigers. Brad Pinot saw the notes go to the floor pretty quickly there.
Timeout to the Braves. Just to use it for the sake of. I think they've used any of their timeouts in the first half. The first one, or maybe the second for them. Of course, the Tigers using a lot of their timeouts because they haven't been in the ascendancy. What do we got on the stat sheet, Lockie?
Yes, well, we've got Andronicus looking good. 11 points for him early on in this game. Dane Pinot as well with 5 boards. He's leading all comers for the Tigers, closely followed by Costa and with 4. And Andronicus as well for the Braves with 6 boards of his own, doubling that of his nearest teammate Turner, who has been looking good early on in this contest. He's got 3 assists too. That is Ray Turner.
So that last foul on Pinot, of course, particularly a problem because that puts him to 3 fouls for the game. So he'll probably go to the bench, you would suspect. That early foul trouble, and now the Tigers will go a little small. Will come out with King Keller at centre. And they've got the 4 guards, really. Pozzoglu, Hickey, McDonald, and also Luxford, going very small. Knocked away here. Again, the Tigers forcing a turnover. Luxford dishes it in deep. Oh, Turner, the follow-through on Kinkella. Quite an acrobatic play, but...
Yeah, he got up for that one, didn't he? Jeez.
All body.
Yeah. Nah, Tigers look to go at a bit of a run and gun with just under 3 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. With that smaller lineup, just hopefully getting them an edge before the break.
Almost give Big Razor Ray Turner the block there, because he did block it and then he got him on the follow-through. Yeah,
no, it was an impressive play. Just in the nick of time as well. Just got it before it touched the glass.
Kinkella makes him pay, though. The Tigers, you just have the sense if they can get it to 6, get themselves back into this one. They've just worked it back to 8 now. Get it to sort of that 2 baskets at half-time. It'll be a very, very good effort.
Yeah, a bit of momentum now towards the half. Could change the focus of Coach Pinot's team talk for the Melbourne club.
Rayner in deep, gets up, good block, great defence. Pozzoglu back the other way, head of steam, wide to Hickey, wants to get to the bucket. Good block by Hansen on Kinkella. Couldn't complete the play at the other end. It was great defence from Pozzoglu. Bartlett works the 3 and fouled.
Just tapped on the arm there by Derek McDonald. Some great defence in that last passage of play, but that's 5 team fouls now.
That
on
hurts.
Tigers, and it's the second for McDonald, and it really does hurt.
You've got Pozzoglu with an amazing defensive play. Can't turn it into points, and you give up a potential 4-point play on the other end. Bartlett to make that 4-point play stick, leaves it long. And terrible free throw shooting in this game to start the season.
Yeah, it's been pretty average. We're looking at about both teams hovering around 60%.
McDonald the tray, leaves it well short. Give him the benefit of the doubt. I think it hit the front of the rim just. Bartlett transition, turns it over. McDonald long to Luxford. Sort of caught on his haunches there. Gets it wide. Pozzoglu drives the lane. Steps through. Can't come up with it. Hogan almost a rebound. Cowling couldn't come up with it. And the littlest man on the floor, Bartlett, says, I'll have it, boys.
Yeah, a bit of a spark plug in the latter half of this quarter, Bartlett.
Little floater. Lovely play. Back out to 13 for the Braves. A run from the Tigers. They got it to 8, but now the Braves back out to 13. Luxford baseline. Pozzoglu for 3. And the rebound. Binds, but it will not count because it was on the rebound, the foul. Holding foul on Rayner. Of course, with the cancelled basket, they'll take the ball at the foul line extended. Shot clock to single numbers. Of course, resets to 14 on a foul now in the new FIBA rules. Hickey to the bucket. Underneath, Luxford with 2.
Nice feed there by Davo Hickey. Getting a bit of dribble penetration from the outside there.
1 minute to go. Let's go Tigers. Defense.
Bartlett around the high pick. Dish to the corner. Money in the bank. Hansen. Oh, left it a little long. He doesn't love the left side as much as he loves the right side, Dan Hansen.
Ah.
That looked home for all money.
Yeah, no,
it
it
wasn't
wasn't
flat.
too far off.
Cannot leave him open on the perimeter.
Yeah, deadly shooter. Fantastic touch from the outside. I think he's only got he's got the 6 points thus far. I think both of them have been triples actually. So actually maybe an and one in there as well. But he's looked good nonetheless.
McDonald. 2-3 zone here from the Braves. They've mixed it up nicely in the first half. Pozzoglu up high. Inside in deep. Easy pass for Bynes.
Yeah, a bit of a miscommunication there between Rayner and Cowling. Allowed the easy 2 points.
30 seconds left. Let's go Tigers. Defense.
Back to 9. Hogan from the left side. Well short. Looking for the 2-for-1 opportunity. Luxford busts it out. Gets into the front court. Davo Hickey says, it's my time. Calls his own number.
Yeah, 13 seconds left now.
It's the foul to give from the Braves. Just their 4th team foul. Now, sorry, mate.
Yeah, interesting to see what type of play they draw up with 9 seconds left on the clock.
Luxford to the bucket. That's a foul. And it'll be 2 shots. Got him with a body from behind. Would have been a charge if there wasn't the original foul from Tanner.
Yeah, Luxford there trying to really take it to the rim and be aggressive, but and he's rewarded with a couple of points.
And there's one. Made the statement now, Lockie.
Yeah, no, I've backed him.
You've banked this one.
Yeah.
This would be huge too, because it just gets it back to 7. Keeps them in touch.
Yeah, never in doubt, mate. Never in doubt.
The Braves will take their time out and advance it. If you've got it, you might as well use it. Now, what do we got numbers-wise, Lockie, in this quarter? The Tigers, have they lifted that? I no doubt think they've lifted that shooting percentage back into the 30s, hopefully.
Yes, they're moving up 34% from the field. Still not where they'd want to be, but getting a few more chances now with some good defense there and leaking out in transition a fair bit. 23 rebounds as well for the Tigers, so they are 5 ahead of the Braves, and that's been a real feature in their little surge here towards the end of the first half. Still, Braves holding on nicely. A nice little bit of play there from Hansen and Bartlett in the guard spots, and yeah, hopefully they can hang on for the half for their sake.
Yeah, they're just not really putting them away. I think the lead at one stage was 13 or 15. It just keeps hanging around, getting back to that 6 or 8, which is where we find ourselves now with 6.3 left in the second quarter. We are coming to you live from the Melbourne Sports and Aquatic Centre in Melbourne. Melbourne Tigers and the Bendigo Braves doing battle in round 1 of NBL1.com.au. And I do apologise, they have not advanced the ball. Taking it out on the end line. Hogan gets it in the back corner. Quickly over to Bartlett. Have to get one up here. And couldn't do so. Good defence from the Tigers. And at half time, it is the Braves 45 leading the Tigers 38. So we'll be back for the second half in a little under 10 minutes from now. Lockie, a couple of stats and any thoughts before we go to the break and leave our viewers to maybe go and put the kettle on or grab another beer out of the esky or whatever that might be on your Sunday afternoon enjoying this contest at home.
Yes, and I hope the viewers are having a good time listening and watching this, what's been a pretty good performance thus far by the Braves. Tigers going on a little bit of run there, as we saw towards the end of the second quarter. It's Pozagoglu with 10 points early on has been a pretty potent force, although they've didn't spend much time on the court in the latter half of that period. But I think what Coach Brad Pinot will be telling his troops is to just get in the flow of their offense a little bit better, get some more inside shots, and then open it up for some maybe distance shooting from guys like Dave O'Hickey later on in the game. So we'll leave you with the score at 38-45 from Melbourne Sports and Aquatic Centre, and we'll see you in a bit.
Welcome back, folks, for the second half of this round 1 NBL1 clash. We've got the Melbourne Tigers and the Bendigo Braves coming to you live from the Melbourne Sports and Aquatic Centre in the greatest city, in the greatest state, in the greatest country in the world. Lockie Abbott has joined me. My name is Dan Hill, and we'll be taking you through the second half of this one. As I said, the Braves leading by 7, 45-38. We'll be underway in less than a minute for the second half. Lockie, what are you looking forward to in this one?
Well, I think the early signs for the Tigers have been good, although they're down 7. Some of the athletic play of Postecoglou has been very impressive, I must say. And the Sydney Kings man, Ray Turner, down on the block's been a very positive influence for this Braves offense, who are, of course, without Jeremy Kendall for this encounter. Almost the way they're moving the ball, though, without him in the lineup, has been probably one of the points that Coach David Hogan will be really pleased to see in this of the first period.
And of course, it is a bit of an unknown. I haven't had a discussion at any stage yet with any of the Braves people, but of course, players coming back from the NBL can be a bit hit and miss. Jeremy Kendall playing the last few seasons, I believe, for the Braves. He was a heavy focal point of their offense and playoff run in the Siebel. Of course, this is the new NBL 1, and he's not playing today. May not even be on the roster for the season.
Yeah.
It's certainly a very different looking side to the last time I saw them in the Siebel finals. And a much better team, I think, in terms of moving the ball. Andronicus in deep, of course, as I say, Kendall, very ball dominant guard and gets his 25 or 30 a game. We're underway here now with Luxford handling right side for the Tigers. Almost played every minute of this one, hasn't spent a lot of time on the bench. Daring Costa to shoot it, he says okay.
Took up the challenge there, Costa.
Pino with a left, loves it on that side. Gets the off board and the first 2 of the second half for the Tigers. Daniels, Lloyd, little lob to Andronicus underneath. Can't come up with it, Pino the rebound.
Yeah, some of the guard play from the Braves in place of Kendall has been positive so far.
Luxford in deep, dishes it to Postecoglou. Good ball rotation, turn of the rebound. Daniels transition. And it'll be against the Tigers inside, I believe. It's against Costa. His first. I lied, that's his 3rd foul. I was looking at the points column, which is a 0.
Oh, geez, that's a shame for old mate Costa.
That's put me off. Andronicus got chopped, and there's Costa's 4th.
He's racking them up early in this second half. We'll might look to the bench now, maybe, just to conserve those fouls.
He has a spell on the bench, checking in for him, number 11, Daniel Kinkella.
That means it'll be Kinkella that'll be forced to guard Andronicus, so massive mismatch inside there for the Braves that they'll be looking to take advantage of. Andronicus bricks the first. That's probably the kindest way to describe that free throw.
Yeah, a little bit too strong there. He's gotten to the line consistently in this game so far, so I'll be looking to make a few more convert in this second half.
Luxford been good on his return. Of course, spent a couple of years on the Geelong Cats list in the AFL and now making his comeback to basketball. Kinkella swings it to Pino. Foul off the ball. Looks like it might be going against the Braves. Jake Lloyd holding down there.
He's looked pretty good, Lloyd, early on in this game. Not happy with that foul call, but in comes Hansen to take his place.
Dan Money Hansen back into the game for the Braves. Postecoglou. And a foot violation against Hogan. See the shot clock go back to 14. Which you can see at the top of your screen for the viewers at home or watching on your mobile device, wherever you may be in the land. Luxford, Postecoglou, little inside pass, Kinkella, jump shot right side. Good rebound, Postecoglou. Read it well off the rim. Goes left, lovely little hook.
He's looked good early, Pozoglu. New to the Tigers this season, of course, but fitting in pretty well, I'd say.
Back to 4. 46 plays 42. The Tigers with a sniff. Daniels right side. Guarded by Luxford. Dan Money Hansen at the top. Looks to drive to the bucket. Can do it inside and out.
Right over the top of the defence from Max Viatala there.
Viitala handles. Kinkella at the top of the circle. Pino surveying the options. Shot clock to single numbers. Luxford using the pick off his foot. Shot clock to 3. Luxford forced to fire. Pino a little push in the back, got away with one. Luxford with a reset to 12. Looks to take on Daniels. Dish to the corner is a good one. Pino.
Here we go.
With one of the funnier looking shots going around that had the old Ben Arkell side spin on it.
Yeah, left it a little short. It was his 7th rebound on the last possession there, Pino.
Hogan for 3. Leaves it a little long. Transition for Luxford, who's lame. Very sore. Says, oh, well, I'll fire the triple. That's long. Pino the board. Hogan guards. Wasn't a great hook. Left it short, Pino. And the Braves, in what was a curious bit of play.
Yeah, Luxford really struggling.
Luxford says, I'm going to commit one here because I am sore. I rolled the ankle.
Doesn't seem to be grabbing anything in particular, but definitely needs to take a break, that's for certain.
It might have been the ankle. Let's hope he's okay. We'll certainly keep an eye on him in his return to the sport. It's not a good sign. The Braves, meanwhile, look to move on offense. McDonald gets his hand in there, knocks it away from Daniels. Still, the ball will remain with the Braves.
Yeah, copped one in the eye there, looks like Ray Turner. He's a little worse for wear after that play, but nothing too major, I wouldn't think.
Daniels using the pick from Andronicus, leaves it behind. Chance for transition here for the Tigers. But Zoglu to the bucket, got one on the back of the head. Couldn't finish it. Late whistle.
Yeah, nice late contest there from Derek McDonald, I believe it was, forcing Dyson Daniels to rethink his mid-range pull-up attempt and eventually get the turnover there for the Tigers.
So the Braves will go small now. They'll take Andronicus out and put Mangan in.
Nick Pozoglu, 2 shots at the line.
Putsoglu looking for point 13 and 14 here. Make certain of the 13th.
Yeah, leads all comers on the Tigers, Pozoglu, and now is a game-high scorer with 14 buckets, or 14 points rather.
Daniels gets downhill. Hansen, corner. Loves it from there. Money in the bank. Out to 7 now for the Braves. McDonald looking to push it the other way in transition. Loses it. Loose ball. Daniels the steal. He's looking to push it back the other way for the Braves. Hansen fakes the shot, drives the lane. Back to Hansen, who they decide not to guard him, which is quite curious.
Oh, back-to-back threes there for Hansen. The bench is loving it.
Dan Money Hansen absolutely on fire in this one. He is so dangerous. Kinkella at the left elbow. Little step back. Leaves it a little long. Daniels the rebound. Good rebounding guard, Daniels.
Yeah, he's controlled the tempo nicely on the last few possessions.
Turner looking to get in deep on Pino. Goes left. Goes hard at the bucket. Can't come up with it. Putzoglu with the rebound. Looking to push. Goes himself. Probably held.
Hansen copped one there a little late.
Apologise to our viewers at home there. Just
a bit of reconfiguring going on, but that's all right.
Got some issues with the camera work in this stand. It is a little unstable, the temporary stand.
Yes, and
doing our best with what's been given.
Yeah, no, a few too many people run up and down here. It gets a little shaky, but
good to see the kids around though. It's always positive.
No, it is a positive.
Now timeout here. It's a 10-point lead. They pushed it out again. The Braves. 4.5 minutes gone in the third quarter. Got some numbers for us there, Lachlan.
Yeah, sure do, mate. The 3-point percentage for the Melbourne Tigers has been something of probably one of the reasons they're down by 10 at the minute. Only 1 of 11 from behind the stripe, behind the 3-point line, I should say. But in positives for Melbourne, Dane Pinot has been good on the boards, 9 of them in fact, and Pozoglu as well with his own 9 rebounds. So that gives them an 8 rebound advantage. As we just reconfigure the camera here a little bit. .5:24 remaining here in the third. Comfortable 10-point lead for Bendigo, and Tigers, men and women, I'm not sure they've been in front too many times today, but game's still in the balance here.
So after all that, Pozoglu at the line. Trying to cut it to 8 here. Some big free throws. Needs these. A little short, rattles it in.
Real dynamic slasher, Pozoglu, especially in the early stage of this quarter. It's looked good.
Full court pressure here from Hickey on Daniels. Turner again assisting with the ball handling duties. And Mangan gets a little hand on it and knocks it out of court. Tigers ball.
Yeah, turnover battle's been pretty even thus far. Just 10 to 11, slightly favouring the local Tigers.
Hickey looking to drive inside, elevates, shoots, Turner the board and looking to push.
Oh, here we go.
And showing a bit of handle too, the big fella.
Yeah, no, I thought he was going to go on a little bit further there, mate, that old mate, but decided against it.
Daniels trying to get downhill, loses it. But Zoglu gives it up. Driving to the bucket was Bynes. Good tough take and will be rewarded with a trip to the line.
That foul on Turner being his third. Only 8 points for Turner, but I think he's been one of their key weapons out of that block.
Looks like Mickey's okay. Back in the game. Mickey Luxford. A little ankle complaint earlier and probably got the magic spray out and he's back. It's a terrible free throw there from Jack Bynes. It's been horrible in this game. The quality of the game has been right up there, but the free throw shooting has left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, just can't seem to finish. Tigers are not the worst in that regard. 50% the Bendigo Braves are only going at off their 12 chances, whereas Melbourne have had 18 attempts, shooting 83%.
Daniels elevates in the lane. Oh, Mangan, good little tip on the baseline. Just ghosted his way in and comes up with it. It's a big basket. Pozoglu left side. Gets a pick from Pinot. Pinot rolling to the rack, wanted it back. Hickey lost it in traffic. Daniels on the floor.
Needs to find someone. There we go.
Finds Hogan. And they get the stop. Daniels downhill again. Little floater over the top to Turner. It was a pass. And then a little push in the back. Creates the and one.
Yep, counted out the foul. Turner there. Nice position. And good find as well from Dyson Daniels. The young man, born in 2003, would you believe it? According to my book here. Which is something I still can't get my head around.
Can't be that young, can he?
Surely not. He's playing like a veteran at the minute, and he's been...
Certainly looks young, but...
Yeah.
Right, if he is only 16 or 17, that is extraordinary.
He's up there.
Tipped out by Hansen. Turner to Bartlett, fires away. Bench likes it, nothing but net.
Yeah, three-point shots have been probably one of the differences in this game. 8 of 14 for Bendigo, whereas just 1 of 11 for Melbourne. They really need to pick up in that area if they want a chance in this one.
Yeah, they don't shoot the three often, do the Tigers. But Zoglu inside elevates over the top. Really springs when he gets on those 2 feet, Patsoglu. Dan Money Hansen inside to Andronicus. Easy as you like.
Good seal there from Andronicus. Just got great body position against a slightly smaller Jack Bynes.
Luxford, Pino at the top. Patsoglu uses the pick. Hickey little floater inside. Nice. Nice finish. 63 plays 51. A 12-point lead. The way of the Braves. Daniels gets downhill once again to the bucket. And the foul will go on Jack Bynes.
Yeah, made him earn that one. Great slashing play there from Daniels. He looks really good in his third quarter, it must be said. Couldn't get the right-handed runner to go there.
Two and a half left in the third. Daniels, can he right some of the wrongs at the line for both sides? He can, makes the first. And makes the second. A young fella showing the way at the line.
Yeah, prior to that trip to the line, they were only shooting 46% from the free throw line, the Braves.
Rarely do you go on the road and shoot 46% and lead by 14 halfway through the third, or closing moments of the third. Pino using a couple of different pivot feet at the top, goes left. Lovely dish to Patsoglu and leaves it short. Turn of the board.
Just 1 of 12 now, 12 from three-point range now, the Tigers.
There's a reason they don't take many. Dan Money Hansen left side, inside to Turner, being held by Bynes. Daniels for 3. Leaves it a little short. Luxford the rebound. Looking to push. Pino. Little blindside screen on Hansen. And the deep seal. Lovely little step. Couldn't come up with it. Left-handed hook doesn't go for Pino. Bartlett back the other way, playing with a bit of tempo. Hansen, dish to Daniels. Drives baseline. Back to Hansen, who fires quickly. Leaves it a little long. 3-on-2 here for the Tigers. Round the back from Bynes.
Oh, here we
Lobs it up, and Bynes finishes it. Well done, Luxford.
Great play there from Luxford. 3-on-1 in transition there for the Tigers, and they make it count.
And in the context, a big basket. Just want to get this back to 10. 8 would be nice. Keep it close. Bartlett, right side for the Braves. Turner in the corner. Guarded by Bynes. Turner, fade away. Leaves it short. Wasn't a great possession there for the Braves.
No, very tough shot there from Turner. Deep 2 with 14 seconds or so left in the shot clock.
Oh, and then Patsoglu almost turns it over, and luckily Andronicus basically stood on the ball and knocked it out of court. Leaves it with the Tigers.
Yeah, the mop boys there were right in the thick of the action.
Just got mopped themselves.
Yeah.
The Braves bringing a few into the game. They've made 3 or 4 substitutions there for the last 46 seconds of this quarter. Jake Lloyd comes back in. Also got Matty Johnson down there. And Pino all on his own. Little breakdown. Got 3 or 4 new heads on the floor and no communication. Easy basket for the Tigers. Back to 10.
Yeah, a bit of a breakdown there for the Braves. Nice little cut there from Pino, though.
The lob knocked out of court for the Tigers. Your Braves ball. Shot clock at 14. Johnston right side. Shot clock winds to single numbers. Andronicus in the post. Turning, shaping, facing. Back to Johnston. Left it short. Bundled it into Hickey, and it will be a Braves ball. Again, 14 on the clock. 18 left in the quarter. So 14 on the shot clock, 18 on the game clock.
Yeah, Dan Hansen as well, 14 points for him, tying with Andronicus for the most in this game for the Braves. Both have looked really potent threats throughout this affair.
Bartlett with the clear out, guarded by Luxford. Shot clock to 5. Screen comes from Mangan. Bartlett, little shake and bake, dish to the corner. Lloyd doesn't get it up in time. Shot clock violation.
Yeah, Lloyd, I'm not too sure, was aware of what was on the clock. I think he was looking at the game clock. There's only 3 seconds left on it. Be tough to get a bucket here, you'd reckon, from the Tigers.
Davo Hickey might be the man over the back. They're at half court. Gets to the foul line and probably got fouled.
Yeah, he goes down hard there, Pino.
Some handy charity shots after the buzzer.
And yes, referee will definitely call the foul and get the Braves boys back on their benches.
I don't know if there's any time left. Love to be able to do the score review, gentlemen, but the technology's firing along, Locke, but we haven't got to that level just yet.
NBL1, it's a big investment, big change to what the minor leagues used to be here, but haven't quite got the video review set up yet.
I think they're going to put some time on the clock. This is how they should do it in the big leagues.
Yeah.
Just, oh yeah, half a second, that'll do.
Yeah, have a chat. We know he was fouled, that's about it.
Rather than taking 10 minutes to work out one thing.
Yeah.
Although I've said that I might have gone too soon here. There's a long conversation that looks like it might be going on.
Yeah, no, they are just making sure they get it spot on.
So they have to run the clock back down to whatever's being quoted, probably half a second.
Yeah, we got about 43 seconds here of just kind of general milling about, really. I mean,
Got any numbers for us, Locke?
Oh, well, now you asked me, mate, so we have got a bit of time to fill in. So free throw shooting has, been a big concern for the Braves, although they are still up by 10 points here, 8 of 15 from the line. 80% the Tigers are going at from the charity stripe, so...
What about the three-point field goal numbers? You've mentioned it a couple of times for Melbourne. How are the Braves going? Melbourne at 1 of 12, 8%.
Yeah, 50% from the three-point arc there, Bendigo, and that's been behind the back of some of Daniel Hansen's work in the guard position there. He's been looking really nice from deep. And I think Andronicus as well, even though he's not the one to step back and take a three-point shot, his work inside's really sucked the defence in. And he's found some nice kick-outs, especially Ray Turner as well has kicked it out nicely to some three-point shooters on spot-up attempts.
So after all of that, we've got point 3 on the clock, point 2.
Oh, jeez.
Not even really enough time for a tip-in.
Yeah, no, he's... I mean, the guy controlling the clock better make sure he hit it on point 2. He wouldn't want to go through that all again.
Of course, the clock only starts. Pino misses the first. The clock only starts once the ball, if he does indeed miss, once the ball hits the hands or the fingertips of the players who are live in the court.
I'm backing him. Oh.
And there it is.
Yeah. Sorry, mate. My bad. Commentator's curse got him there.
They were 16 of 20 before they stepped to the line there, and they finish off with 16 of 22. 2 bad missed free throws there to close out the quarter. And it is a 10-point lead to the Bendigo Braves here at MSAC, the first game of NBL1 for the season. And the Braves, as I said, leading by 10 away from home. The Tigers 55, the Braves 65. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back in just under 2 minutes for the final quarter of this one. Don't go away.
down by 10 points with 10 minutes to go. 1 point a minute, pretty easy to do. Let's go Tigers.
Welcome back to MSAC for the final quarter. This between the Melbourne Tigers and the Bendigo Braves. Dan Hill in commentary alongside Lockie Abbott to my right. Potsoglu trying to get it inside. Stolen away by Daniels on the break. Probably a travel. Referee agrees.
Yeah, Braves not too happy with that call, but I think it was there. Tigers need a strong start in this final term to have a chance. 10 points down in this one. And a few stops, albeit ones that they haven't really forced themselves in terms of a travel here and there, will go a long way to ensuring they have a chance.
Luxford throws it away.
Swatted away there by Andronicus.
Daniels high to Turner. Dan Money Hansen left side. Hogan. Turner in deep. Pino looking to double. Drives to the middle. Kick to Hansen. Fires. Leaves it a little short. Pino the rebound. Right side, Hickey. Pino at the top. Swing to Lux for a little drop inside for Pino. Dishes it out. Corner for Hickey. Fires with 7 on the shot clock and nets it. Only their second three-pointer of the game.
Yeah, I was going to say, mate, haven't had many of those going down, but Davo Hickey is the leader for the Tigers in terms of assists as well. He's got 4 of them.
Defense! Defense!
Lob for Andronicus. Up and in.
Nice touch from the big fella there inside.
Fronted him all game. It's really the first time they've taken major advantage of it.
Let's get off to a win. Let's go, MSAC.
Luxford left side. Into Potsoglu with the mismatch on Daniels. Will dump inside for Pino. Can't finish with the left. Rebound Turner. The Braves looking to push. Stolen away. Potsoglu. Stolen away again. Daniels. And the referee says Braves ball.
Home crowd not happy with that call, but it's great defensive play there by Dyson Daniels to just get back involved and stop the 2-on-1.
It was a bit untidy, wasn't it, from both sides?
Yeah.
The first game of the season.
Yeah, Coach Brad Pinot there just calling out a few instructions for his troops. They've got a 9-point deficit to overcome, and we settle down here with 8 minutes to do it. Mop boys out on the court, getting a few instructions there by the looks of it.
A few bodies strewn across the floor on the last play. Let's get that sorted out.
Thanks to our official Melbourne Tigers floor wipers.
Yeah. Nice work, my boys. Done well. Ready to go again.
They've earned the hot dog and the can of Sprite for this one.
Yeah. Nice work, boys.
I'm sure they're more well paid than that.
Ah, yes, of course.
Daniels in the backcourt. Guarded by Luxford. Turner at the top. Hansen around the screen. Couldn't quite come up with it cleanly. Now Turner in deep. Pitch pass to Hogan, who couldn't make the three.
Pretty good find there from Turner on the
That was a 95
opposite
mile an hour
corner.
fastball.
Yeah, he threw that one up. All right.
Davo Hickey, left side, working on Hansen. Tries to cross him over. Good defense from Hansen.
Good recovery there from Hansen. Looked like it was going for all money there.
Daniels gets in deep. Dish to Turner. Jump stop in the lane. Couldn't quite come up with it. Gets his own rebound and finishes. Pino right side for the Tigers. Side trailing by 11. Potsoglu a bit of one-on-one against Hogan. Pino fakes the shot, drives the lane, and one perhaps can't get it to go, but he'll go to the line.
Yeah, Pinot now with a double-double at the minute. 11 rebounds for the big fella to go along with his 10 points. He'll look to make it 12 at the free throw line here and reduce the deficit to only 9 points with 6:58 remaining in the final term here at MSAC.
0 of 2 on his last visit was Dane Pino. A substitution for the Braves. Hogan to the bench. Bricks another one, 3 in a row.
Loud clank on that one, unfortunately for him.
Might be Tanner Rayner's come back into the game, perhaps, or it might actually be Jake Lloyd over the far side. It's Jake Lloyd. Pino with his second free throw.
0-4 from his last 2 trips there. It's not been a highlight of his game.
Turner, top of the circle. Gives up the dribble. Daniels, left side. Hansen on the cut, then provides a little pick. Steps out to the 3-point line, guarded by Luxford. Fires with 1 on the clock. Turner, an easy rebound.
Big rebound there from Turner.
Looks to drive the lane, leaves it a little short. Potsoglu the rebound for the Tigers, looking to push. Coast to coast, Daniels got a hand in, and Braves ball.
He's a real slasher there, Potsoglu, and he's been good with 18 today, although turnovers here in the fourth costly. 11 points still the margin to overcome.
Yeah, there's just plenty of bodies in the lane there for the Braves. They're very disciplined. They had 4 or 5 back, and Potsoglu just trying to push the issue a little too much. Bartlett back in the game. Haven't seen much of him in this second half, with Daniels doing the bulk of the handling duties. Looks to shoot the triple. Leaves it a little short. Rebound Potsoglu. Long outlet pass. Oh, advantage would have been...
Oh, called a charge on that one.
Called the charge.
Yeah.
We'll go the other way. Good defense, Bartlett.
Yeah, feet were set there in the referee's book, so we'll go the other way, and looks like we've got a bit of a timeout as well.
Timeout Tigers. So it's an 11-point lead to the Braves. 69 plays 58. 6:06 on the clock remaining in this one. Some of the points leaders for today's game. For the leaders, it's been an even contribution across the board. Dan Money Hansen, 14 points. Andronicus has 13. Ray Turner with 12. Hogan has 9. Bartlett 8. And for the Tigers, Potsoglu 18. Hickey has 11. Pino 10. And Luxford has the 8 points. Played big minutes, has Michael Luxford in his return.
Yeah.
Of course, won't be lacking a yard after a few footy pre-seasons in a row.
Yeah, that'll get you an extra step here or there. He's really looked to push the tempo when he has when he's been in charge of ball handling duties here for the Tigers. Davo Hickey as well, and has been showing the rock a little bit. 4 assists for him.
What is the assist count across both sides?
Yeah.
I've been intrigued by that throughout the game.
Yeah, it's 14-9 the way of the Braves at the minute. I wouldn't say it's a huge game dominated by quick ball movement and passing, but it's been pretty good, I'd have to say, for the Braves.
So Bartlett with the ball handling duties brings it back in. Guarded by Luxford. Little pick from Turner. It's a good one too. Bartlett opens up. Turner the board. Had the mismatch. And then leaves it short. Rebounded by Cowling and then knocked out of court by McDonald.
Yeah, Turner a little short on that shot, but he's had a couple of big offensive rebounds in the last 2 possessions, taking away some of the opportunities that will be crucial for the Tigers to close down the margin on this one.
Bartlett long. Now Lloyd on the baseline. Back to Bartlett at the foul line.
Hello.
Dan Money Hansen, the corner, leaves it short. Luxford looking to push to the foul line. And lovely little turnaround, mopping it up.
It was Costa there.
Dejan Costa who's back in the game. The foul trouble means no more.
Yeah, first bucket of the game as well for DJ, so a bit late on in the piece, but he's looking to have an influence here.
Lloyd drives the lane on McDonald. Little step back, leaves it short. Costa, stolen away by Bartlett.
It's a great takeaway from Bartlett. I think he's hurt his hand on that one, but nothing too major.
Shot clock to 3. Lloyd, Hansen from the corner, got it away just in time, had to go the quick release. Lloyd the rebound.
Oh, huge offensive rebound there from Lloyd.
Inside to Hansen. Does some of his best work on the block every now and again, does Dan Hansen. Bartlett gets downhill. Can't make it work. Costa the rebound. Luxford back the other way. Pino on his own inside. Little dish to the corner is a good one. Vitala, side of the backboard. Rebound for Bartlett.
Yeah, not his finest moment there by Vitala, but 9-point game. Might need a couple of threes to go their way if they want to.
The crowd stood up
Yeah.
and then hit the side of the backboard.
Oh.
The ultimate letdown. Bartlett, left side. Lloyd from the top of the circle. Can't make it work. The rebound, Hansen. Inside, looking to just kick it out and waste a bit of clock here.
Very professional here from the Braves. Really just controlling the tempo of this game, helped by some great rebounding.
Turner. Loves them from the charity stripe area. Loves to kick the leg out and do the little fadeaway as well, does Ray Turner.
Yeah.
Made it look nice. Costa drives the lane. Luxford looking for a screen. Back to Costa from the baseline. And that will bring a timeout from the Braves. With 3:40 to play, they lead by 9. It's a handy break. It's certainly not over.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic game thus far. Rebound counts are all pretty similar, same with the assists, but I reckon it's just been that little bit of extra shooting through the way of Dan Hansen that has got the Braves this little bit of a break heading into the final stages of the fourth quarter.
If we see a bit of full court pressure here as well from the Tigers, trailing by 9 points. I don't think they've reached in for the full court pressure too often, maybe a little bit in the first and second quarter, but might see a little bit more up-tempo. Costa back in the game as well. He's pretty fresh.
Yeah, certainly. Had to sit after those 4 fouls, of course, for the majority of this second half. But his rebounding will be key. They've been caught out a couple of times defensively on the boards there, the Tigers, that have given the Braves a couple extra chances. But I think it'll be a good combination of getting a few stops here for the Tigers and making sure that they can get some efficient shots down the other way, and we might have a game on our hands.
NBL1 playing up against Frankston. That's Sunday, April the 7th, in a couple of weeks' time. Hope to see you there.
So it'll be Bendigo ball after the timeout. A bit of full court pressure coming from the Tigers.
Yeah, you called it. Good denial there.
Got to get it in. Didn't get it in.
Great
That's the
denial.
5 seconds. Bit of a home court and near the home bench. 4.6 seconds to get it in.
Yeah, got the crowd into it, that one. Great denial there from Dane Pinot. Big fella using his long arms and reach to his advantage.
Luxford in the corner. Little 2-3 zone here from the Braves just to mix it up. And Bynes for 3. Left it short. Rebound Hansen.
Yeah, decent look there for Bynes. They haven't shot the 3 ball well all day, the Tigers, but I mean, you can't really turn down that type of a look, I wouldn't think.
I suppose if you're shooting the 3 ball the way they have, the 2-3 zone isn't a big risk for the Braves. Bartlett round the screen, looking to go downhill, gets to the bucket. Can't finish. Costa a big rebound. He wasn't letting that one go.
Oh, the big fella wanted that all the day.
Luxford gets around the pick. And throws it away. The anguish on his face there. He knew he just had to leave it to Costa's left hand. Tried to lead him back to the basket and scooped it and threw it out of bounds. So they take Costa out and put Hickey back in for a bit of extra athleticism. Going a little smaller. Maybe a little bit more shooting as well. Lloyd. High to Cowling. Fumbles it. Turnover. And that'll be unsportsmanlike. Last man to the basket.
Great defensive play there. They're starting to turn this game around, the Tigers. A few stops and a few mistakes in the backcourt from the Braves has opened this one up.
So it'll be 2 shots and possession for the Tigers. Is it anyone? I'm pretty sure anyone can shoot these. Yep. So Bynes was the one going to the bucket, I believe. And Pizzoglu can shoot the free throws. No, it has to be 5. They tried it. They tried it on for size.
Yeah, I think they're a bit of a deliberation here, but yeah, it will be Bynes to shoot.
Yeah, unsportsmanlike has to be the person who was fouled.
Yeah.
Worth a try. Good finish on the first one.
Yeah, no worries there.
These are big free throws and then a big possession to follow. This cuts it to 7. Misses. But it's still 8. So have the ball with Davo Hickey for the Tigers, trailing by 8. Less than 3 to go in this one. Daniels back into the game for the Braves. Bynes drives the lane and was fouled. Athletic from Turner, but a lot of body.
Yeah, Bynes with a nice little dribble penetration there. Got right past Turner, had him. Was behind all the way there, Turner, but couldn't manage to snag the block in the end.
Well, he's hopefully got his eye in. Just Jack Bynes. Was at the stripe only moments ago. He went 1 for 2. Leaves that one very short. Nets the second, cuts it to 7. Andronicus the inbound to Lloyd, double teamed immediately. Oh, double dribble. Got away with it, was on the blind side, and then a turnover. So a bit of justice there. Luxford shoots the long 3 and nets it.
Deep 3 there from Luxford. Tigers turning it around defensively.
Back to 4 and a timeout, Braves. Well, basketball, it's a funny game, and this one is not over. The man on return, Luxford, from about, we'll put some mayo on it, Lockie Wine, but you can see line from about 32 feet.
Yeah, I think
launched
it was in Footscray when he shot that one. I think it was a fairway out. Yeah. No, it's. I don't think he's taken many threes today, Luxford, but certainly it was in rhythm with that shot, and it got it to fall and brings it back to a 4-point game, and they're right in it now, the Tigers.
So that's the third 3-point, only their third 3-pointer of the game for Melbourne. 3 of 16. So they close it to 4. There'll be the full court pressure out of the timeout. I think you only advance the ball under 2 minutes, so they will have to inbound the ball from the back court. Might have completely made that up. I know they change those rules all the time.
Yes, that is one of the areas where they are.
And the NBA versus the FIBA rules. I apologise to those of you at home.
Yeah, no.
I'm in NBA mode in my head at the moment. The NBL, of course, finished a few weeks ago now.
Yeah, no, a bit of league pass during the week.
So, yeah, will be the Braves ball on the end line. I apologise for my terminology there. The baseline and the end line are the same thing.
There you go. Yeah, Coach David Hogan of the Braves probably just telling his troops to settle down now. The few mistakes in the backcourt there. Needs his guards to...
He's going to go with Hogan to inbound. Daniels and Lloyd in the backcourt for the Braves.
Crowd getting into it now. Camera shaking.
Davo Hickey guarding Lloyd. Andronicus the screen at the top. Turner looking for it inside. Little lob. Shot clock to single numbers. Turner the baseline. Double teamed. To Lloyd. Hogan right side. Drives in the lane. Good D from Hickey. Turner the rebound. Double dribble. Travel. Either or will do.
Yep. Was a big rebound there from Turner as well, but unfortunately with the mistake there, gives Melbourne a red-hot crack with just over 2 remaining in the fourth.
And have a substitution.
Substitution for the away team, checking back in, number 31, Daniel Hansen.
We'll have to re-inbound the ball. Scorers table intervening there. A bit of an anticlimax. 2 to go in this one. Luxford handling for the Tigers. He's side trailing by 4 points. Screen from Pino at the top. Bynes will fire the 3. Oh, left it a little short and a little to the left. The crowd was up.
Yeah, bench was off out of their seats for that one. Nice little fake pass there as well. Got the defence away.
Turner advances it. Now Daniels. Andronicus. Oh, soft pass, but grabbed his arm.
Almost a clean strip down. That would have been going the other way with both Pinot and Hickey in pretty much a free run to the rim.
No issues with team fouls. Only 2 team fouls on the Tigers. Lob inside to Turner. Guarded by Bynes. Just lollipops it in. Too easy.
Great early feed there from Hansen. Just assesses the situation and threw it into the post quickly and easily.
Minute 30 left in this one. Luxford chewing a bit of clock here. Gets inside. Loops underneath. Did nicely. Back to 4. Daniels advances the ball for the Braves. Around a pick from Turner. Andronicus at the top. Fumble wasn't a dribble. Hogan. Left side Hansen. Turner in deep. Holding. No blood, no foul now. Hogan for 3. Blocked. Lovely play. Luxford looking to push it. Gets by. Tripped. Pozzoglu needs the dish. Does. Davo Hickey for 3. Left it long. Pino the tip rebound. Bynes is in deep. Hickey. Had it. Lost it. And it just dribbles out of court.
Oh, it's so close yet so far for the Tigers. Great rebounding there from Bynes, I believe it was, that snagged that offensive board. Hickey just couldn't quite hold on to it.
And the Braves to inbound with 46 seconds left on the clock. Still time for a couple of shots here. No need to foul. Almost Pozzoglu. Now Hogan in the front court. Shot clock to 15. Daniels looking to chew some clock. Shot clock now to single numbers. Pino traps him with the leg. Inside Andronicus. Can't get it to go. Hickey back the other way. 24 seconds. Luxford fires a deep 3. Too long. Rebounded by Turner. Pozzoglu fouls him.
I know the layup didn't go from Andronicus, but great find by young Dyson Daniels here. Shows the faith that Coach David Hogan has in him. The young man was in a bit of trouble on that sideline, but managed to find the big fella inside.
Timeout with 16.7 left. 4-point lead still to the Braves. They've had a bit of a scare here in this one, Lockie, but they look like they're going to be able to do enough. But still, 4 points, 16.7 seconds, but they do have possession.
Yeah, they do have possession. Still up in the air in this one. I think some of the veterans on the Braves bench there could come through strong. Hansen's game's been magnificent thus far. A little quieter in this fourth quarter than he might have liked, but...
You're right about Dan Hansen. He's a 25-year-old veteran. He just looks that way.
Unreal, yeah.
He just looks that way.
He's certainly been playing like an expert in this game so far. Andronicus wouldn't be happy with that missed layup just before.
I think he'd want his hand back as well. I think that might have been fouled.
Yeah, potentially.
But as I said, no blood, no foul in the last 2 minutes. Let the players decide the result.
Yeah, and Coach David Hogan drawing up the play there with the help of all of his leaders. And it'll be interesting to see how we go on this inbounds play.
So they will advance the ball here, I believe, because it's inside 2 minutes. Or no, there obviously is no advancement. I apologise to those of you at home. Or maybe it was the Tigers calling the timeout. Old reserve judgment. Now the inbound. Turner throws it off his back. The old trick. Gets it back. Now Pino looks to foul him and does.
Veteran move there from Turner. He's been...
too smart.
Too smart, yep. That's he's been good all day, just quietly. Hasn't had the scoreboard impact of some of his teammates, although he actually does have 16 points. So coming through late in this game is Ray Turner.
So from this side now, Turner and Pino going with the same tactic. Facing away from Turner. Long one to Hansen. He'll hold it up. They'll look to foul. Could have almost trapped there. And that's still a foul to give, so they'll inbound it again. So, oh no, that was the 5th team foul. Now a timeout. So it will be 2 shots to Hansen. And I think they want the timeout after the shots. So we'll just undo there.
Yeah, just unsettled Hansen maybe a little bit there, but no.
Mind games, Lockie.
Yeah, maybe. They're anything for a little bit of uncertainty in the mind of a free throw shooter will help, you'd think. 9.2 left in this fourth.
Probably one of the safest guys in a Braves uniform to take these 2 free throws. There's the commentator's curse, straight on. Hansen for 2 at the line.
Oh, there we go.
Leaves it short. The arms are heavy. First game of the season. 4-point lead to the Braves. Just to make it 5, 9.2 left. Leaves it wide. Rebound, Bynes. Looking to advance it quickly.
Need a 3.
Gets it out to Hickey for 3. Leaves it long. Pinot throws it up. Can't get it to go, and that'll do it. So in the end, the Braves, after a sluggish start to the game, held sway for most of the rest of this one. They take it out 73-69. A little scare at the end from the Tigers, but weren't able to get it done. Lockie, some numbers before we go in round 1 for NBL1.com.au. Who were the leading scorers?
Yes, so we got Nick Pozoglu with 18 there for the Tigers. He wouldn't be too happy with the end result, but he was great today. Andronicus and Turner both tied for the Braves with 16 points apiece. They've been doing great work inside, particularly early on, and really got the lead that eventually won the Braves this game. Luxford was pushing the tempo at the point for the Tigers. He had 13, and it was Pinot that recorded a double-double with just over 10 and 13 boards. So, and Pozoglu as well has also got the 12 rebounds. So a disappointing end for the Tigers in that one. A good win for the Braves away from home. Just held on to the end. Tigers just unable to shoot the ball from 3, and I think that's
might be the Achilles heel.
Might be the Achilles heel of this side, but no, look, nonetheless, they did get some very productive minutes out of the bench unit, and particularly in the last quarter, they came good pretty late. And despite a day from the field that they might want to forget, they were really close in the end to winning this game.
Well, thanks for joining us, Locke. I've been Dan Hill. This has been NBL1.com.au, the live stream. Of course, every game live streamed. You can check the fixture and follow the league as it goes throughout the season. We will see you soon. Be sure to tune in. The league is going places. NBL1 inaugural season 2019. We hope to see you in round 2. Have a good one.